Hello everyone, and welcome to the idling tractor trailer outside my door. Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the FATR. For those of you not familiar with what FATR is, it is Fridays at the Red Line. And I believe this is episode number 46. And there's a couple of special things about this episode. First of all, this date, January 27th, 2012, marks the 3-year anniversary of EricTheCarGuy. Yes, back on January 27th, 2009, I started the EricTheCarGuy channel on YouTube and the website. The website and the channel have come a long way since then, a very long way since then, and I have you to thank for that. When I started EricTheCarGuy, I had an idea about making auto repair videos and hoping that they would do well, and I cannot tell you how happy I am that they have. In fact, this is a very celebratory time, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, those of you that have stuck with me since the beginning, those of you who might have just started watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, because what I do isn't any fun without anybody to watch, and the fact that all of you are dedicated to watching this channel, really, thank you. Thanks to all the EricTheCarGuy fans out there, the people following on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, especially over at the EricTheCarGuy forum. I owe you all a big, huge debt of thanks for making EricTheCarGuy into what it is. That said, it has been 3 years since I've started this, and I have been working virtually nonstop every day since I started doing this. And I've just got to say, I'm tired. I need a break. So in honor of my 3-year anniversary, I'm going to do something that I really haven't done in a very long time, and that's take a vacation. So for the next 2 weeks, I am basically not posting videos for EricTheCarGuy. Still going to hang out over the forum and do social networking and those types of things. But as far as producing videos, I'm just going to take the next couple of weeks off. And this is part of why. The main reason is, some of you know that I went to art school and that I actually have an artistic background. And whenever you're painting or drawing something, you get hyper-focused on the details sometimes that are right in front of you. Well, you need to, on occasion, sort of step back and take a look at the big picture, as they say, in order to gain perspective of what you're trying to produce as a whole. And that's where I feel like I'm at with EricTheCarGuy. I feel like EricTheCarGuy has kind of plateaued and is doing well. But in my eyes, I think it can do so much better. And there are things that I'd like to bring to the table, but I'd like to plan those out. I'd like to, it's not like I'm really taking a vacation. I'm just taking a break from posting videos. Some of you, you may not realize that it does take quite a bit of effort to produce these FATRs. In fact, it takes 2 to 3 days of production in order to make this happen. Not to mention the 2 to 3 days of production to make my regular videos. So add those two things up, you got 4 or 5 days of the week eaten up right there. That doesn't count any social networking or any time I spend over at the forum or any time I spend answering emails or any of that stuff. So, like I said, it involves a lot. I'm grateful for that. I'm not saying, man. What I'd like to do is I'd like to take that step back, take a look at EricTheCarGuy for what it is, and find out how I'm going to move forward to better serve you and just to make the production itself better. This is certain. I am going to continue to make repair videos, and I would actually like to make better repair videos than I have ever. And that's part of the reason why I want to take a step back and get this perspective. Another thing that's caused me to just sort of think a little bit was recently my father-in-law passed away, and a lot of you expressed condolences on Facebook. And I've got to say that on behalf of myself and my wife, we really appreciate all of those comments. So thanks to everyone who made those comments. But life is short, and you really gotta think about how you're gonna live it sometimes, and that's where I'm at. So I'm not taking it away to be mean or anything like that. I'm taking it away just so that I can make it better. I'm taking that step back and looking at the big picture and finding out how I want to move forward. And that's also the reason why there's not going to be a How Are You Today section in this week's FATR, because I know I've kind of run on a little bit. But I will post some videos, which we will do here in a moment. But just to give you a little taste of what I'm thinking about, what you'll see behind me is a blank wall, and it's kind of a boring background. But I cleared out the whole parts department back here recently, and the reason for that is this. Oh, you like that? How about that? How about that? How about that? How about that? Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Well, the whole time, you may or may not have noticed that I am actually sitting in front of a green screen, which means I can make my background anything I want. This, to me, is a huge teaching tool and brings a whole different level to at Eric the Car Guy production, meaning that I can use this for stuff, all kinds of cool stuff, to show you different things. And that's what I plan to do. So that's the reason why I cleared this out. In fact, we can even go to the old shop. Neat, huh? So I wave my magic wand and it can be anything I want back there. Anyhow, why don't we get to those videos, which is kind of a nice mix this week. I gave you a little bit of both. I really enjoyed the repair FATR last week that we did. In addition, this week I've got some repair videos grouped in with some regular FATR videos. So we've got a mix of things. So why don't we just get to those now? Roll it, Eric. All right, well, I've been sent a lot of stuff on airless tires. My only concern with these is, what if they get packed with mud and such? How's that going to affect the tire balance? I mean, it's a cool idea and concept, but how does it work on the highway? All right, now I don't know exactly what this thing is, but it's a really fast truck that drives through the desert. Jan DeRoy, something like that. It's just really odd. I've never seen anything like this, and I find it fascinating how fast it goes and how big it is, and what it's like to drive. And here's another racing video for you, and what I like so much about this one is those little screens that show the tack and the shifting and what's going on with the feet. Way cool. And it's also an NSX, so we've got kind of a tie-in to last week's FATR. More racing, these guys on motorcycles, and they are insane, as the title implies, because they treat Death Wobble like it's just part of a day's work. Some of them do pay the price, however, but man, are they fast. Speaking of speed, how about 14,000 RPM? Yes, I did say that correctly. Just a real nice look inside the engine, going so fast it can hardly be seen, but it's just nice to know what's going on inside there. So we go from speed to how it's made, and in this case, how it's made is all about how they make gasoline, from pulling it out of the ground to refining it. Good information to know so that you understand a little bit more about that junk you're dumping in the tank. And this one's an actual how it's made video on turbochargers, no less. We've had a few of these on the FATR. I happen to really like learning how things are put together, and this one on turbochargers is no exception. Another how it's made type video, this one on the Chevrolet Camaro. And the person that sent this, Steve Robb, apparently has worked here for the past 30 years. And now we get to the repair part of our repair FATR, and this one is a neat little trick on how to remove brake rotors that are really rusted on quite badly. Music is a little strange. Japanese music working on a domestic vehicle. Like I said, strange. Hopper1, who's also the author of this video, sent this one to me about changing spring brakes on a trailer. In fact, we touched a little bit about this on the tractor trailer, the Kenworth, when I had it in the shop. They actually use air brakes, and this shows how to change one of these out. And here he's giving a warning that if you haven't been trained to do it, don't do it. You could get really hurt, and he's right. And it may be no surprise that another video by Scanner Danner, somebody who also went to Rosedale Technical Institute where I went, has made it to yet another repair FATR. This one using a lab scope to help diagnose a ridge condition caused by a leaking fuel pressure regulator. It's a neat step-by-step. I really enjoy these a lot. So definitely check out his channel. Well, I hope you enjoyed my mindless banter and those videos. And links to all those videos is down in the description. You just click on those and you can watch the full versions of those videos for your very own selves. Have fun wasting that little bit of time. If you would like to make a submission to the FATR, yes, you can still do this. You can send them to my email address at eric@ericthecarguy.com, and please put FATR in the subject line. If it is a repair video, please put repair FATR in the subject line. That's the distinction I make. Those things go into a special mailbox. When I get time, I go through them and basically figure out what gets put on here. So, thanks to you for all the FATR submissions, and of course, keep them coming. I'd also like to tell you that I'm still going to be answering questions over at the Eric the Car Guy forum, which if you have car questions, this is the place that I would ask you to direct them. First, type in a couple of keywords up in the search function at the top of the page, either on the home page or the forum page, and the forum posts questions that have already been answered not only by myself, but a bunch of really great people over there. In fact, thinking about making a video about the people over on my forum because they have been extremely helpful. In fact, they've been answering questions with my responses before I've even asked them, because some of them have been there so long that they pretty much know what I'm going to say before I say it. And there are a lot of repeat questions, hence the reasons for the search function. So give that a try and read through. You might find an answer to your question without even having to post anything on the forum. I am Eric the Car Guy. You can always visit me at EricTheCarGuy.com, or you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and now on Google+. And around here, I close with be safe, have fun, and stay dirty. And I'll catch up with you in a couple of weeks. I really will. And I'm going to miss you during that time. But when I come back, I'm hoping to be bigger and better than ever. But thanks for a great 3 years, everybody. You really have made my dream come true. So take care, everybody. See you.